Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
The commercial activity involved in repairing old structures or constructing new ones. Workers in the building trades. The act of constructing something. His hobby was the building of boats. A structure that has a roof and walls and stands more or less permanently in one place. There was a 3-story building on the corner. The occupants of a building. The entire building complained about the noise. The commercial activity involved in repairing old structures or constructing new ones. Their main business is home construction. The act of constructing something. During the construction we had to take a detour. An interpretation of a text or action. They put an unsympathetic construction on his conduct. The creation of a construct. The process of combining ideas into a congruous object of thought. A group of words that form a constituent of a sentence and are considered as a single unit. I concluded from his awkward constructions that he was a foreigner. A thing constructed. A complex entity constructed of many parts. She wore her hair in an amazing construction of whorls and ribbons. Drawing a figure satisfying certain conditions as part of solving a problem or proving a theorem. The assignment was to make a construction that could be used in proving the Pythagorean theorem. A structure that has a roof and walls and stands more or less permanently in one place. It was an imposing edifice. The activity of providing goods and services involving financial and commercial and industrial aspects. An enterprise connected with commerce. The activity of providing goods and services involving financial and commercial and industrial aspects. A commercial or industrial enterprise and the people who constitute it. He bought his brother's business. Incidental activity performed by an actor for dramatic effect. His business with the cane was hilarious. The principal activity in your life that you do to earn money. He's not in my line of business. Business concerns collectively. Government and business could not agree. Customers collectively. The activity of providing goods and services involving financial and commercial and industrial aspects. Computers are now widely used in business. An immediate objective. Gossip was the main business of the evening. A rightful concern or responsibility. It's none of your business. The volume of commercial activity. Business is good today. The act of creating something that is different from the materials that went into it. The people in a society considered as a system organized by a characteristic pattern of relationships. Sociologists have studied the changing structure of the family. A particular complex anatomical part of a living thing and its construction and arrangement. He has good bone structure. A thing constructed. A complex entity constructed of many parts. The structure consisted of a series of arches. Give a structure to. I need to structure my days. The complex composition of knowledge as elements and their combinations. His lectures have no structure. The manner of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts. Artists must study the structure of the human body. A system of components assembled together for a particular purpose. Several things grouped together are considered as a whole. A group of persons together in one place. The social act of assembling. The act of gathering something. A group of persons together in one place. The social act of assembling. Sewing consisting of small folds or puckers made by pulling tight a thread in a line of stitching. Construction of inferior buildings for a quick profit. Construction by a group of neighbors. Evaluation of performance by assigning a grade or score. What he disliked about teaching was all the grading he had to do. Changing the ground level to a smooth horizontal or gently sloping surface. The act of arranging in a graduated series. The act of making equal or uniform. Changing the ground level to a smooth horizontal or gently sloping surface. Complete destruction of a building. Writing in a fictional form. The act of constructing something, as a piece of machinery. The act of making something, a product, from raw materials. The synthesis and fabrication of single crystals. The deliberate act of deviating from the truth. A deliberately false or improbable account. The act of building or putting up. An erect penis. A structure that has been erected. The act of building or putting up. The activity of building stone walls without mortar. The action of constructing ramparts with gaps for firing guns or arrows. A rampart built around the top of a castle with regular gaps for firing arrows or guns. The action of constructing ramparts with gaps for firing guns or arrows. A rampart built around the top of a castle with regular gaps for firing arrows or guns. The construction of ships. The construction of roads. The construction of ships. Banishment into the country. Temporary dismissal of a student from a university. The action of retiring to and living in the country. The condition naturally attaching to life in the country. The construction of masonry or brickwork in a rustic manner. Construction of something by whatever material are available. The act of constructing something, as a piece of machinery. The social act of assembling. They demanded the right of assembly. A public facility to meet for open discussion. A group of machine parts that fit together to form a self-contained unit. A group of persons who are gathered together for a common purpose. A unit consisting of components that have been fitted together. A building from which signals are sent to control the movements of railway trains. A building with a bar that is licensed to sell alcoholic drinks. A building with glass walls and roof, for the cultivation and exhibition of plants under controlled conditions. Of or relating to or caused by the greenhouse effect. Greenhouse gases. United States chemist who developed an economical method of producing aluminum from bauxite, 1863 to 1914. A large entrance or reception room or area. A college or university building containing living quarters for students. United States child psychologist whose theories of child psychology strongly influenced educational psychology, 1844 to 1924. A large and imposing house. An interior passage or corridor onto which rooms open. The elevators were at the end of the hall. English writer whose novel about a lesbian relationship was banned in Britain for many years, 1883 to 1943. The large room of a manor or castle. United States astronomer who discovered Phobos and Deimos, the two satellites of Mars, 1829 to 1907. United States explorer who led 3 expeditions to the Arctic, 1821 to 1871. A large building for meetings or entertainment. A large building used by a college or university for teaching or research. Halls of learning. A large room for gatherings or entertainment. Lecture hall. A building containing trophies honoring famous people.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.